What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys at home are having a fantastic day. But before we jump into today's video, I gotta let you guys know that buckshunting.com will be linked down below if you guys want to get geared up for deer season. If you're like me and you're out there and you're chasing deer, whether you gotta get your Blaze Orange or you're getting some casual / hunting caps, we've got thermal hoodies in, we've got Blaze Orange camo gear, we've even got grunt calls. Everything you need to get out there and get a deer down on the ground is gonna be available at the link down in the description down below, buckshunting.com. And with all that being said, enjoy the rest of today's video. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another video. We're starting the day off at the green food plot that's right next to my house here. And we got Jordan here. You excited?
Ready to get out?
You ready to shoot something?
I want to see something get stuck.
Get stuck. Brown it's down, or are you more of a buck or a fawn guy, or spots it drops? What you thinking?
Spots it drops.
Okay.
I think anything could catch it tonight.
Anything could catch it, he says. So our goal tonight is to shoot. It's like noon right now, so we got plenty of time. But again, we don't deer hunt like professionals, so we're running around the food plot the day up as usual. But you can tell the food plot came in nice, really nicely. This is better than any of the other food plots I have, like at the ranch or anything like that. This looks good, and the deer have been munching. I mean, look at this right here. You can see one right here that they pulled up and took a little nibble off of. Oh, hang on now. I don't know which one that is, but it's something. Oh my gosh, the turnips. Can you see? Look how big look how big these turnips are right here. Look at this. Bro. Whoa! I didn't realize it's like an actual turnip. Dude, you know it tastes good? Spicy, real spicy. Maybe the deer like it spicy, but lots of turnips are growing over here. And we've got radishes and whatnot. So there's our blind. That's where we're gonna be sitting in tonight. We've got the golf cart, so even though I'm yelling right now, it's at least somewhat quiet. So we're gonna take some gear over there. We've got trail cameras and chairs, and I've got my trusty rangefinder. I wanna see to the other side. What do you think? 50, 40? 50, yeah. To where, I mean, if it's eating in this main plot, it's dead for sure. If it's in with the plot. So we're gonna go up there, get situated. We're gonna put a camera out here. So I don't have a camera. I've just literally, I walk out my front door and I peek over and I'm like, oh yeah, the deer are down there. We've been seeing lots of deer, ducks. Not any ducks, but look at this. Right there, buddy. That shows you right where they're coming from. They're gonna shoot up this ravine and they're gonna walk right here. Look right here, another one. And they walk this edge and they munch right there. Hopefully we can get them to circle up. So we got the wind blowing this way, so it should blow our scent up there. So we should be good to go. So that's the plan right now, is to get some chairs and then we're gonna get a camera. Question is probably put the camera like here, right? Like, wouldn't you want to shoot it across? Like if we put it,
there's coming across here.
Yeah, I would almost put the camera like right here and shoot.
Even if they come back from this way,
yeah, you'll still see them. Yeah, I think we just got to cover like this area, point it here. If they walk this way, we'll get them. If they walk that way, we'll get them. So I think we'll put the camera here that way, not for tonight necessarily, but like let's say tonight doesn't go as planned or whatever, and we need to know when like big mama jams are showing up, because like right now I've only seen a couple small bucks and some does, but who knows? It's really cold today. It's supposed to like 34 tonight, so it could make them stirred up. So we're gonna put a camera here. We'll show you the blind if you guys missed that video, and then we're gonna go to our other blind. We set up another one, same thing, scout it out, put the camera, because we have muzzleloader season coming soon. But tonight is bow. I'm hoping to get my first ever compound bow kill on a deer ever. I've never killed anything with a compound bow in my life. Just started shooting it like a couple weeks ago, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Been practicing a bunch, and I feel good about it. So we're gonna go to the other blinds. We're also going to the RV blind, the camper blind that we bought last year, and put a camera next to that one. Basically, where we have the blinds out, we need to put the cameras out since we got new ones that actually work, and see where the deer are at, what time of day they're coming, if they're bucks or does, they're big, they're small, whatever. It's really easy to study your property when you have cell cams, because you don't have to be out there, you don't have to spook the deer, but you know where they're at. So that's kind of the plan for today. We are going to get cameras out and check the blinds, make sure we're ready to go, and then I guess take a couple target shots with the bow, make sure we're still zeroed, make sure nothing got bumped. We're gonna go sit in that blind over there for a few hours this evening and hope to get my first ever bow kill. That is the plan for today. So let's grab the chairs, let's grab the finder, and let's see how far we're gonna be shooting. Stay tuned. Shit! All right, we made it to the blind, folks. How does it look? This thing still standing? It's not super flat, but it'll do. Oh yeah, we can open up these windows. So we've got, those are bow windows, so we should be money. So unhook these. It's all just magnet. Oh gosh, yeah. Look at this, buddy. Oh. So you can see there's the field of view. I'll probably even open up this one so I can shoot them as they come out if they are. Let's see what we're talking distance. So if I'm a deer, and tonight I decide I'm gonna meander in front of the blind, center of the plot, I'm getting shot at 24 yards. That's what I like. If I am a deer and I'm gonna stand right where I ate that turnip, I'm at 32 yards. Okay, if I'm a deer and I'm gonna go stand on the furthest around the bend, you can see down there the furthest around the corner there. If I'm a deer and I'm gonna stand there, it is definitely not in range, but it is 65 yards. So there's a dark patch, like a dirt patch in the middle. So I'm gonna zone that real quick. And that's unable to read, really. Oh, hang on. 38. So if you guys wanna look right now, you can see there's a dirt, like a bare spot, I guess, in the middle of the patch there. So if they get to that, that's gonna be my, it's time to sling an arrow spot. So you kind of, I always wanna do that. Anytime I get in a stand or a blind, I need, especially even duck hunting too. Like you're like, hey, how far can I shoot across this water? If a deer is between me and that bare spot, it's going down. And that's at 35 yards. I feel comfortable at 35 yards. That's the yardage I'm comfortable with. Now, if it's standing 5 yards behind that, is it still gonna catch this arrow? Absolutely. But I wanna make sure, okay, so now let's see if it comes through the gap and it catches our scent, and he's going, doing all that, and he's in between the trees. Can I or can I not sling the arrow? And he is at 48. I would say 45 is probably gonna be my max today. 45, I feel decent at. 35 is like my money spot. So if it comes down from that hill, we're at 40. So if it's between me and the edge of the plot, it's 40. So if it's in the plot, the main, not the strip that runs around the corner, which I don't think they're going there. Every time I've seen them, they're in the plot. If a deer, a mature deer, not trying to go after spots tonight. I know Cabanja's not here, otherwise I would. If there's a deer in the plot that doesn't have spots, an arrow will be slung tonight. That is what's going to happen. So you guys have a lot to look forward to. I feel like we picked a really good blind spot because we're within range, but I feel like we're far enough away. We're next to some cedar trees. It's also been here for 2 weeks, so they're definitely used to it. So I think we're good. Camera's already set out. I set one out on the way up here. Chairs are in. I'm not sure about when people buy these like expensive blind chairs. I think they're missing out. This is a maybe $11 chair at Walmart, and it's probably one of the more comfortable chairs I've ever been in. Only zero gravities would beat this. I think we need to start doing some zero gravity hunting. I think that would be the only thing that'd probably beat this, but blind so far feels comfy, especially with just 2 beefcakes. We're feeling good about it. I'll keep this thing on me. That way I can sound like I've got like a pew. I keep that thing on me, you know what I'm saying? So keep this on me. That way I can zone around, look around, see what we're dealing with. But my goal is if we get a deer inside the plot under 45, arrows will be flung. Is it flung or slung? Slung. Not flung. Flung is like flick.
Like a rock.
You flung a rock. Sling an arrow. Flung an arrow. Fling an arrow. English is tough. Anyways, spot number 1, assessment complete. On to spot number 2. Shoo! All right, well, we made it back. This is the camper blind. We should go tour it real quick. I have not been in here. I didn't think about the mice. What if the mice got in? I had not been in here since I shot a deer back in December. Oh, golly. Wonder how bad. We need to help redo this thing. Oh, that wasn't even latched. That's not good. We do need to redo this thing. Oh, wow, there's gator in here. Perfect. Because it's really loud. So in here, Marco. Oh my gosh, there's my gun. I've been missing that gun. My 22 with the drum. I've missed it. I was like, someone stole my gun. I was blaming Banjo and everybody. I said, who stole my gun? Bruh, that's my first 22 ever. Oh my gosh. So anyways, see, imagine hunting this sucker. We got our grill top, we got heater, we got a mini fridge. This is camping in comfort. And they've got racks and PRX, but it's everything about it. Rest your gun. It's all loud. That wasn't loud, but I promise it's loud. We need to silence proof it, like noise proof it. I don't remember the ceilings looking like they're about to collapse though. Maybe that's a new thing. Wasp? Really? Oh, easy there, pal. What? Hang on. You f***ing relax. No, you're next to the door. No. No, just he's getting in there?
He's getting fired up right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave. How about we just leave?
Duck out of here.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home. I don't like wasps. Buddy. Whew. Okay, it needs to be silence-proofed and wasp-proofed. Well, I'm glad I found my gun. That wasp can have it for now. We'll come back for it later. So this is another great spot. We need to look for tracks, figure out where they're walking. Most of the time it's around this bend. But again, with muzzleloader coming, that's not a great blind for bow. For muzzleloader it is, and since we're coming up on that, I want to set up a camera around here somewhere. I'm just seeing if we got, oh, I'm really surprised there's not many tracks right here. Normally around this bend, so I used to have a camera there. You got one? Oh yeah. Oh, I missed those, the little ones. That's a big one right there though. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think. You could either put it, next to those trees and shoot this way. I mean, they're gonna walk the road. Deer are lazy like that. I mean, I've seen them just trot down it. So, you really just need to figure out what angle do you want. Do you want to shoot from there and shoot this way, or do you want to shoot from there and shoot this way? I would almost think put it down there and shoot this way. But because what if you stuck it? What if we did this? What if we stick it here and face it almost at the camper? So that way, like if they're coming in there and skirting this and they don't come over here, but basically we just need to see, are they going in front of the camper or not? I guess the only See, now I'm thinking, do you put it in front of the camper and shoot out from the camper? Because what if the deer are walking in the woods here and come up this ravine and never go on the other side of the camera? Because if you stick on the corner, you're gonna get all of this, which is where, this is where it happens. This is where the magic happens. I think the corner facing this way. So yeah, I agree, like this corner right here, right? And then shoot it like towards me. I think that would be good, because then you're getting the trail, you're getting a little bit to the left, you're definitely getting the right. The right is where a lot of them travel. We just wanna see, are the deer around this camper? If they are, then we've got a place to go muzzleloader hunt. Kind of playing like this. So the next spot, we'll go down to the cabin, set one by the cabin just to see, are any of them coming out by the cabin? Because again, we can shoot them from the off-grid cabin with a muzzleloader. And then we'll go up to this last blind, which is where I shot my buck last year, do the same thing. And then we'll go get, like I said, get to practicing, and then we'll go sit in the stand, or the blind, I should say, the ground blind. So what do you think about that? Is that thing lifted all the way?
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, maybe bump it up a little bit just to get a little bit higher. We should be good. Hopefully we can get something on camera and hopefully get some we want big Bertha out here. We shot one nice buck out here last year, and then I shot one doe. I think this year I've got, and I'm not gonna shoot them all, but I think I personally have 5 tags for my backyard here. Some landowner tags this year and whatnot. So definitely could mow down some deer, but I don't need that much meat. So we're really gonna be trying to, you know, obviously we want something to fill the freezer. You know, again, if we shoot a doe tonight, great. After that, I'm on buck duty. That's pretty much the plan. Or getting Banjo or my dad on a deer, something like that. But I don't need to just go start mowing down does by any means. One is enough for the freezer for the year, and then anything after that's chasing trophies. So camera number 2 set up on the RV blind. Like I said, we'll probably muzzleloader hunt it in the next, because muzzleloader is like the next week, and then we'll probably hook that thing. I'm gonna take it up to the house, get rid of the wasp, clean it up, wipe it up, get it all looking good, and try to like quiet it down. So that way when we're walking in with boots, like we need to put rugs in there, because right now when you're walking in there with boots, it's just not, make sure the heaters work, AC works, yada yada. Anyways, we'll see you guys down at the cabin. Shoo! Well, we made it down to the off-grid cabin. This is where I want to do some hunting. So now we need to figure out, if you were a deer, where would you be? Now we want to see if there's any prints around here, because if there is, then we might be okay. But I'm thinking up there, we need to put a camera up in the woods, like not up in the woods, but like, so there's a creek there, English is tough, you got it. There's a trail that comes down, that's where Banjo flipped the 4-wheeler. That was classic, right? So that was right up the hill there, and then right around the other ravine is another trail. So it all kind of forks down. So I'm thinking put a trail camera facing those two, because if you're up in the loft of the cabin, you should be able to shoot down on them. Do you see any tracks or anything?
Not really.
No, not. I mean, it's pretty dry though. I will say it's really dry. And actually, we had rain and then it dried, so it's like it probably washed away any old tracks. Yeah, I don't see any new ones. So, well, I would say let's jump in the old golf cart. And by the way, we are rocking the golf cart today because that is a quiet way to get around the property without the deer letting them know, I guess. So we'll crawl up to the top and see what we think, because I'm guessing they're gonna come in from up in the woods up here. At least if I was a deer, I'd come in from the woods. All right, so this spot, so that's the trail we went up, and then Banjo almost died, and then there's a trail here. So I was kind of thinking, I'm still looking for track or poop or something. I was thinking, like, what do you think about just like here? I mean, the sun's a botch. I will say that sun's not in the greatest direction, but like basically we got to see if they're coming down from here. This is a little micro food plot. We would definitely kill some deer here. But you can see, look, now you can see the loft window. See that top window? See, yep, see, I could get sniped from here. They could come from around the other edge, but anytime I've seen deer, and they could always come from there too. They're gonna come from high to low. You see something? Maybe a track? That might be one too. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of tough to see. What do you got there?
Weird. Whatever that is. Right
yeah,
there.
oh yeah, it could be like a raccoon maybe. But I would say just for fun, just to see, because again, if we start seeing a deer frequently come by the cabin, then like the cabin's gonna be the ultimate hunting blind, because we can literally sleep there overnight. We can cook everything. That's my goal. My goal for this year is to shoot a deer from there, and why not do it with a muzzleloader? So I think put the camera here, facing up there, even though the sun's kind of in the way, unfortunately. But just see what's coming by. See if we got a deer coming by. So we'll get a camera here, and then we're gonna head up into the hills and head to the last final spot where we put the blind, where I killed the deer last year, killed the buck with a muzzleloader last year. So stay tuned. Shoo! All right, last and final attempt here to set out some cameras. So this is the blind. We didn't really brush it in much, but if you guys watched my videos last year, that is the blind. See that guy? He's doing big things for his country. That blind, I had it tucked up and brushed in. I've kind of like, I haven't gotten lazy. No, I've gotten lazy. I've just been busy. I haven't brushed in any of these blinds, but like at the end of the day, I mean, maybe mature bucks that are pressured, but none of the deer are not pressured out here. Like, there are not many people hunt. They get used to it, right? Like last year, I like built a fortress and did all this, and it didn't, I don't think it really mattered. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But we've got a trail down there. That's where that big buck came running from that I shot with the muzzy last year. And then we've got trails. I remember when we hunted it the first time, we saw a doe that like, you know, walked right there. And then where we came from up towards the house, there's another trail. So when you're sitting here with a north wind, which is what we got now, it's blowing in our face, it's blowing my scent to my neighbors, and then you can sit in this blind. So I think we didn't camera, well, this T-post was my old camera last year. So we could stick it almost in front of the blind, and that you really just want to catch them. They're gonna walk here, and then they're gonna walk up that way, or they're gonna walk here, and they're gonna go down, or they're gonna come up from there. So I'm trying to see if I see any actual prominent trails. There's a faint one. Yeah. Right here. Why don't we set it up here? I doubt many deer are gonna come from the east over there. They might. We could put it, well, I'm thinking maybe shoot this way, just in case they like skirt this way. Yeah, that way they wouldn't be able to skirt it. And just aim it probably that way, because it's like,
right here too, so I can still kind of
see a little bit further. Yeah, for like kind of a little T intersection strat is what we're going for. So yeah, you're good there. So final camera's done. We're gonna go grab the bow, and we got a camera as well that should attach to the bow. So we're gonna try that out, see if we can get a cool kill shot. Get the gear ready, and then go get in the blind. We still got plenty of time. We actually were pretty efficient at setting all this stuff out, so didn't take too long. Cameras are out, ready to go. We're gonna go practice sighting in the bow, making sure we are dialed as dialed gets, and hopefully get our first deer catch, clean, cook of the season down on the ground. You guys stay tuned. Shoo! Made out to frickin' feels like Katrina out here, boys. It is blowing like Bill Lowen right now. I don't understand why it's windy. I am on the top of a hill, on the top of a deck, so that makes sense. But where we're gonna be hunting, we should be down in the valley. But look at the view, and then wha-bam, we got our archery target session set up at 15, 25, 35, and 45 yards. My goal is 35 is what I want the deer. So from me to you, from me and you to the deer, I should say, that big boy, big Sheila back there, that is 35 yards. So that's the one I'm gonna do. I got 3 arrows. I'm gonna take one shot at 35, one shot at 45, and then another shot at, what do you think I should? Should I do 25? What if they come in close? I practice shooting close too. What was the closest ridge? I can't remember. Like if it was right in front of me.
It's like 29 or something.
29, so probably shoot, maybe, so shoot 25, 35, 45 is probably what I should do. So we got 3 practice arrows. The rest of them are in the case, but on the tip of these are just the field points. So what we could do is we could shoot all 3. We could come back and then put on the practice broadhead, just to make sure that it's not any different. And then I'll shoot another one at 35, since that's, like if it's in the midst of the plot, 35 is roughly where it's gonna be. And you know, a couple of yards here and they don't matter. So let me just confirm. We are dangling right at 35 on the dot. Big Sheila right here. Ooh, a hair low. No bueno, that's a little low, buddy. That's not it. That's not it. The string caught my hoodie. Would that affect the shot? I felt it catch it. I don't know if it caught it enough, but I'm also making excuses. Now, big 4 or 5. Let's see what we can do, buddy. Ooh, that might be a hard shot, pal. That's close. Let's go take a look. Yeah. Now, was I compensating for the duck? Maybe I'm just that good, because it squats a little bit. Guess whose heart's in the way? Nah, it's just a bad shot. Well, I blame that 30-mile-an-hour wind that's ripping right now. So, well, that one came out easy. Perfect. Last one. What do we have here? Do we have a hard shot? Oh, it's so close. It grazed it. Half heart, half lung. That's a good one. That's at 45. So the thing is, you know, I shot those arrows in a matter of 60 seconds. If I just control my breathing, take my time, don't release the release until I'm ready, I think I'll be all right. So feeling good about it. We're gonna maybe take a few more practice shots here. Not trying to bore you a ton. Just wanna let you know that I'm not super bad at shooting. Don't be like, oh, Flair just started hunting. I can't believe he's gonna go try to shoot a deer. Listen, guy, I'm not here to wound anything, but decent shots, decent. I'll keep practicing. We've got, I'd say maybe 30, 40 minutes before we need to go sit in the blind. And honestly, the deer probably won't walk out till like 6 o'clock, and we'll be there in 3. But just in case, if some early, they want an appetizer, some early snack, and I don't want to miss them. So you guys stay tuned. All right, so we're getting to our spot. Look at that. Big old deer bed. The problem is, baby deer bed. I do not want to shoot a doe that has a fawn. I know they're mature enough, I know. Is there more? Okay, so yeah, I see another fawn. That looks like a decent, maybe not crazy mature. Okay, so they bed on this hill. So, you know what I bet? I bet they come in, they munch right at dark, and then they come take a nap. They snooze, they sleep right here. So listen, pal. The only thing is this is right where the wind's blowing, so I bet they've been bedding on this side because the south wind, they're protected. Today, they're probably gonna bed on that back side. Either way, they're gonna come. I'm confident. So here's our blind. I mean, I think that might potentially be a bed right there. So obviously the deer like it, but let's get set up and get to hunting. Well, we're in the blind. We've been sitting in here for a little while. It's now 4:15, so I've been here for a bit. I think my theory's correct. I think it's going to be a last-second evening push. And we still have 4:15, 5:15, 16, 7:15, 3 hours. Why we sat in this blind? I think it's just because when we went to the ranch, the deer were in the fields at 2, but that's also the ranch. And then those deer are kind of dumb out there. So if we had a camera set out here earlier, we would know what time they're coming and going. That's why we put the cameras out. even though the camera we put out here doesn't work, so I need to go swap it because I tried to get away with using my last camera brand that I used and now it doesn't work. So now I gotta go find a new one. But anyways, you guys get the point. We're just gonna hang out, just chill, try to stay warm. It's kind of chilly out now. Got the hoodie, keeping me nice and toasty. But we're hopefully gonna get something down on the ground. But if you guys want any of the Bucks gear you see in today's video or on the website, you can check it out. We've got this nice thermal camo hoodie. We got some orange, even though you don't need it today. And then we got Jordan's wearing some brand new hat. Lid's not orange, camo, brand new lid. A bunch of other stuff. We got grunt calls. I mean, a whole bunch of stuff over at buckshunting.com. So it'll be linked down below if you guys are deer hunters, wanting to get into it, wanting to get swagged out, get some gear. We've got all sorts of stuff on sale that are still in stock at this point. Might run out of stock on some items. So if you see something you like, get it while you know you're close when you can hear my miniature golden doodle bark. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's when you know you're close to my house. Well, yeah, stay tuned. We have one doe. I was ready to let it fly, boys. 69 yards. Not ideal. I don't think she got to us at all. She just got a little appetizer. She might be back. Or maybe a buck will come in after her, or a different doe, maybe. It got me shaking a little bit. But I'm ready. I got the bow ready. Release ready. I sat back in the chair. I think I can shoot from the chair actually pretty comfortably. At the least I could always stand up too, but it was a good sign. We're gonna have to be quiet from now on. Really hope that something shows up in the next. We still got an hour and a half at least. It was a good sign. If she comes back and gets within 35, 45, she's going down. But hopefully we get a buck to come in. Stay tuned. She might be on to us. We were kind of sitting in a ravine where the wind swirls, unfortunately. It's really windy. But there's not much you can do. 69 yards away. That's how close we are. If I was Robin Hood, they'd be dead. But that was a big mama. And probably at least not this spring's fawn. It would have been two years ago. Still with the mom for whatever reason. It looks like Katrina's about to hit. I mean, for real this time. It's cloudy, it's cold. I think there's rain coming. It's wind blowing like 40. I think it's swirling our scent just enough to keep them on the other side of the food plot. Either that, or we need to put another blind on that end of the food plot and start hunting that way, which we might have to do today. Not today, but in today's video, because it's doable. It's gonna happen. Deer are here, they're eating the food, but I made the food plot too damn long. I didn't honestly expect that side to come out great. Inside bowl would do good, which it did, and I want to make sure there's enough food for all the deer throughout the entire deer season. We're early still, so I think the strat is wait it out tonight, dip out, get a new blind set out on the northeast side, and get a deer down on the ground. Got her. Got her. That was a good shot. We got her. Yeah, we got her. That was a good one. That's the little one. Yeah, that other deer's right there. The other one up top. We got her. We got her, bro. We got her. Let's go. I felt good about it. Oh my gosh. I'm shaking. Is he down? Is she down? I saw blood when she ran. We'll have to go back and watch the footage. Where'd you have her at? When I ranged the dirt, it was 38, and I which isn't the end of the world, but you know, I think she's gonna lay down in that ravine and should be lights out after that. Let's go. We're gonna go back inside the house. We're gonna wait and then go look for her. Let's go. Uh-oh, we got the Deer Catcher 3000. Lucy, what you think? We got dead bird or no? Yeah, you don't know dead deer, so we'll just say dead birds to keep that energy up, okay? So you gotta find it. You ready? Well, I've got world's largest headlamp on. Freaking good night. We are ready to go. So we got Lucy. We've waited, it's been at least 2, right? Yeah. 2 hours, that's plenty. Yeah. So I text this to Seek1, he said dead deer. I texted to Chris, who helps me manage the sound at the ranch. He says dead deer. So those guys said dead deer. They've obviously killed a lot of deer. We should go investigate. After further review, we went inside and looked. It was a little front, a little bit to the left. Ideally, you want it back a few more inches to really puncture through the heart. Seek1 thinks, and that's why it's like everyone took their bets. Seek1 thinks front heart. Chris thought maybe just skimmed the lung. But after further review, like I said, it was a little front. But again, for my first bow kill, I'm happy. Well, I shouldn't say kill. Where's that wood at? We're knocking. So we're gonna get to walking. We got to knocking, getting to walking. And we got cleaning kit.
Got it.
So we got a cleaning kit, that way we can skin her up. We'll gut her, and then we'll take the tenderloins out, and then we'll take her to a processor and get some delicious jerky. This is a fill the freezer strat, baby. That was what we were going on, Lucy. Isn't that right, pal? So, I guess we'll see when we get down the hill here. So it's great. I love just like, I would hunt like this every time if I could. Look at the house is right here. Like, we went in there, we ate, what did we eat? Pot roast. Macy made pot roast. Like, if only deer hunting was always like this. We got spoiled here. First time I've ever sat for a deer in the backyard for the bow, killed it, shot it. Where's that damn wood? And then we went inside, ate pot roast, and now we're gonna go see if we can find it. And you can't even see your breath. It's like 45, 50 degrees. We got Lucy, so Lucy gets to enjoy the time. Life is good right now, if we find the deer, so stay tuned. All right, boys, we're back in the plot. Find that blood. Look at this, though, real talk. Nibble. Hang on, there's probably a better one, too. I mean, look how big these turnips are, bro. Look at that. Purple top turnip. I saw some with some chunks taken out. I want to find one for you guys. Right here. Here's a perfect one. Look at that one. That's a deer. Deer ate it right there. They're loving it. Look at Lucy. This has got to be close, eh?
She's alert now.
She's on it, bro. So, she's on it. Look, she's already on blood. This is why I brought her. Look, we were on blood. Look, right here, on the tip.
Oh.
Where's that dead bird? Where's that dead bird? Find that dead bird. Oh, she'll find it for me. Where's that dead bird at? I got blood right here. Got blood. Oh my gosh, dude, we're squirting 360 right now. That's a good thing. Where's that bird, Lucy? Oh, she's dead, bro. Look at this. She is squirting. Lucy, over here, pal. Come on, Lucy. Lucy, I need your help. Where's that dead bird at? Blood right here. She's on it. Where's that dead bird? Oh, big blood pile right there. And she's down. She is down. Good girl, Lucy. Lucy. Lucy, she's down, buddy. Good girl. I will give that one to Lucy, bro. She was on it hard. Good girl, Lucy. There she is, boys. Not a mega, but it'll fill the freezer real nice. That's her right there. First bow kill. I'll take it, buddy. Fill in the freezer, Lucy. It's not a mega, it's not a giant. It was the biggest one in the herd, which is crazy because the other ones must have been pretty small. Yeah. Like, now you get up close, you're like, well, that's kind of a small deer. I mean, a little on the small side there, pal. Flair, why'd you shoot that one? But in perspective, it was much larger than all the other ones. And so, like, when I was like, which one do I shoot? I was like, let's take Big Mama. I wouldn't say she's Big Mama. The other ones were just Micro Mama, I'm guessing. So, anyways, Lucy, don't eat it. Good girl, though. It's Lucy's first deer find. I would say she did pretty good. She led the trail. I was actually gonna go down below. She's the one that ran up top. And I was like, well, I'll follow her. Then you guys have a deer you need to find. She'll do it. And I would say for the shot, well, we'll gut her. I can't show you guys this, but we got her good. So we're gonna get to skinning, gutting, get the tenderloins out, and get to cooking. Stay tuned. Welcome to Googan Uncut.
Definitely caught long.
Yeah.
There's a hole
Right
right
there.
there.
It sliced the lung right there.
Heart. Yeah, you got to graze.
Oh, really?
Right there, you can see it coming out.
Oh, yeah. I grazed it.
You make a V cut at the very top.
That would be the old tenderloin. Delicious. Welcome back. Banjo.
I'm here.
You missed it.
I know, I did.
You missed the big day.
I'm here for the important part. That's all that really matters.
Banjo may miss the hunt, but he don't miss the meal.
Yep,
that's
never.
what matters. So we are here. For those of you guys that did not watch this video on Googan Uncut, we gutted the whole thing, and what we are gonna eat today is the heart. So as you can see right over here, this is the heart. You can see I ate Banjo. I got a slice. Just a little bit, but I went through. It was a lung shot, is what it was.
Okay.
But I did slice the heart a little bit. So that is the heart. It's been sitting in water overnight, and that's what we're gonna be eating. I know some of you guys are like, "This is crazy. Hearts aren't supposed to be meant to eat," but honestly, I've been told. Well, I just realized I have to hold a knife again. I just got like PTSD. In case you guys are curious, I sliced the tip of my finger open, which you guys may not think looks all that bad, but I promise you it was bad. It was bad enough to where when I went to the ER, the doctor asked me where the piece of my finger is to stitch back. That's how bad it was. So try not to do that again. But anyways, we are going to be eating this. I don't know if I can touch that knife again, but I feel like I have to. This is the knife. Conquer your fears in life, folks.
Really?
You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm not doing anything.
I gotta like do this. Like that's how like professionals do the bare knuckle. You said to cut it in half, right?
Yeah, they said you can like trim the
artery.
that stuff out right now.
So as you can see right over here, we've got some white. You don't want to eat that. The little valves and stuff. It probably wouldn't taste so great. I'm just gonna go ahead and slice the sucker.
Okay, go for it.
Down the middle. That's meat. Like, believe it or not, that is meat. So now, make it easy. You just cut these out like this. And you can cook it like this. I'm sure it's fine. You just don't want to eat it. It's like having like fat on a steak. Like, you can eat it, but it's probably not, just fat on itself. So go ahead and just trim up some of this fat right here. Take this off. But it's meat. What's crazy, like when you think of a heart, you don't think of it as meat. I don't know what I think of it as. I don't think meat though. Like that is not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of somebody's heart is meat, but that is in fact what it is. And supposedly it's really, really good. We had it last year. I don't exactly remember which deer it was or what it really tasted like.
I thought it was good. I think it just surprised us.
I don't think it was bad.
It surprised us.
I don't think it was bad. So cleaning it up, we're just gonna go ahead and take off this fat layer. Oh, that's a thick daddy fat layer right there. Cut that guy out. And it's important you get this cleaned really, really well, right? So it's obviously the blood's got lots of heart.
The heart's got a lot of blood.
You got it. The heart's got a lot of blood. You got it. Come on, English stuff. And so you want to make sure you get that out. So we let it sit overnight. You definitely probably don't want to like cut this out of the deer and throw it right on the grill. If you want to, do it at your own risk, but it's probably not gonna taste that great. The longer you soak it, the better. Put it in some salt water, put it in some buttermilk, and you can always marinate it too, which we didn't do any of that. We just literally threw it in straight up water to see what it tastes like. So that one, I wonder if you think I can get away with doing something like this? Hang on now. We're gonna try something.
You be careful now.
I know, I gotta be careful with this knife. Think I can cut that and just do some thin sticks, or you just want big thick daddy?
I think thin slices is better. But I don't know.
That seems a little okay. There's something inside this one, something dense.
I would cut them back both in a half again, but you do you.
That one I don't think is as bad.
No, that's not.
I kind of like the thick daddy there.
Okay.
That one might be a little thick. I mean, no, I don't want it to be too thin. Okay. Because too thin, you'll get less meat, more just seasoning, and be overcooked. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll probably just take this one off first, and I'm guessing I'm going for like the classic 135, 145 medium rare strat. Yeah. I'm guessing you would probably don't overcook it. You can see over here we've got the panini press. I know, folks, I am a disgrace to society because I use this sucker. You guys absolutely flame me, but guess what? You're missing out. I'm telling you, it's quick, it's easy. By the time I go get my pill grills fired up, Banjo would already have this meat in his mouth. So if we were cooking a full back strap, yes. If we're smoking something, yes. When you've got like a little piece of meat like this, there is no reason to fire up a big grill. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this rinsed off, patted dry, and we're gonna get them seasoned up. We're gonna be using some Duck's all meat seasoning. We should put all meat, including hearts, because it is going to be delicious. You guys stay tuned. Here we go, folks. We are going to season these bad boys up. Like I said, Duck's all meat seasoning. Check it out. We got all that goodness. Just a nice, solid layer. You don't have to go too crazy with it. Go ahead and flip her. You can see the extra droppings right here. You don't want to waste it, folks. We don't want to waste the nectar here. So go ahead and clean it up like that. Go ahead and flip it back over and season the other side.
It looks so good.
That's gonna be, look at this.
I'm so hungry.
We'll even give you a little bit of this, Banjo, because I know you like that. Look at that. Boom. All meat in. The grill is hot. Super hot, actually. Ready for this? Ooh, yeah. That's it, baby. All right. She's shut. The reason why I like the panini press is it actually gives you pressure, so it should cook somewhat evenly, and it cooks from the top and the bottom. Otherwise, you're flipping. No one likes to flip, the meat. You want to keep it on there. And this thing will actually tell you when it's done. I've actually never seen it blue like that. That is because that is a thick cut of meat. and it's telling you like better go grab a beer. It's gonna be a freaking minute. So it's blue. It goes from blue to green to yellow. Once it's like a yellow orange, it should be at medium rare. And we'll take it off, slice it open, and stick this meat in our mouth. Stay tuned. Sheesh! Here we go, boys. I don't know if she's done or not, but it beeped at me, so we're gonna trust it. We're gonna trust the process here. You ready for this, Banjo? Oh, it's definitely cooked. I can tell you that much. Maybe even a hair overcooked. So
it might be a little medium. It'll still be good.
More of a medium than a medium rare. But I took it off at medium. See how it's orange? Orange is medium. I doubted it. I should have took it off on the first beat. But see what you do if this happens? Just cut it up right away. It'll slow the cooking process down. It's not bad.
No, it's still gonna be good.
It's not too bad.
I'm excited.
I'm not gonna lie, it feels on the hair rubbery side. It might be a little dense, but let's see what this side looks like. This was the thicker side, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a medium steak. So go ahead and slice this guy up. Like I said, if you start, see how rubbery it is? It's kind of flinging around everywhere. This might not be good. We'll see.
I feel like last time that's what we said is like the texture.
The texture.
Weird.
I think the taste is good. It's just.
I think so.
This is gonna be your better piece. This didn't cook quite as much, but
yeah.
Like I said, if you find yourself overcooking a steak, I usually, I don't know if this is what Gordon Ramsay would do, but I always just cut it up right away. Because if you let it rest while it's hot, it'll continue cooking. Versus cutting up like this gives more surface area of the air to cool it down. But yeah, that second one looks better. See, and that's the thing is once it cools down, this will by the time this cools down, this will be bright red. So it's a little deceiving when you pull it off of a hot grill. It looks more gray than red, but
it smells
should be
good.
It does smell really good. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just stick a piece in my mouth.
That's what I'm thinking.
You feeling it? You feeling ready for it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with the medium rare piece. Bunny apple feet. Tastes a lot like duck.
It's gamey.
It's gamier than I thought it would be.
I still really like it.
It's not bad. It reminded me of duck though. Like if you were to give me if you were like, what is this? I would guess it was mallard. It has a hint of game. It's still delicious. Like it's not a bad piece of meat.
The outside of it is so weird.
It's a little chewy, a little rubbery.
I still really like it though.
The flavor's there though.
If I didn't know it was a heart, I might not like it as much.
Yeah.
But for a heart, is really good.
Yeah, for the heart piece.
Like I'd eat this all day.
That piece was better. I had
the middle.
I had the tip of it, and it was pretty good. You like the middle piece?
You don't get that the rubbery outside.
Look at that guy. You wouldn't think this is heart. Like, no. It just art to me does not seem like a meaty piece of whatever it is.
That's pretty good.
I'd rate it like maybe like a 7.
I was gonna say 7.5.
I think 7's not bad. You want to try it?
Yeah, I'll try a piece. So what would you?
You just get in after whatever piece you're feeling. You gutted this sucker, so I feel like you got to try it. I feel like it's not awful. It's not my favorite piece of meat I've ever stuck in my mouth.
I see what you're saying, like a ducky taste.
It tastes similar to duck. It's got the gamey taste. Yeah. I mean, it's at the end of the day, like, so I always refer to the gamey taste as like, it's like the blood, right? This is the heart. I mean, how you gotta not have it to be somewhat gamey?
I mean, you saw the water too. It was completely almost clear.
It was clear, so we got most of it out. I mean, if you really, really want it to taste good, I mean, if you marinated that sucker for a little while, you'd been fine. You'd been totally fine if you marinated it. But like, I would say it's better than duck.
I agree.
I would say it's better than duck, but it has a very similar gamey taste to it as duck does. But anytime you're shooting wild game, it's gonna have it. I think it's less than duck as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. For heart, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, we've literally almost cleared. Everyone's like running around just eating pieces. Obviously, we actually like it, and we're a little bit hungry. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's video. This was my very, 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 very first time hunting deer with a bow, and got one down on the ground. I know it wasn't the biggest deer, and I know it wasn't a giant buck, but I felt like since it was my first time, I mean, I got my bow. I started shooting my bow 2 weeks ago. Let that sink in.
That's pretty crazy.
Let that sink in. And the shot was not perfect, but it was good enough, obviously, to get it down on the ground. So I feel like I had to get my like first time, and you're always gonna have the shakes. I get that. You're never not gonna have shakes, but I feel like I had to like do it once to understand the process of it, understand like everything, and like if I messed it up, I wouldn't want that to happen on a trophy buck. If I'm gonna mess it up, I'd rather be on a smaller doe that there's 15 of them on my property. But I feel like the first time did pretty good. Still gonna keep practicing, and really make sure I can execute and maybe move that shot just a little bit further back so I can go through the heart on the next deer that I draw back on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember, all the bucks hunting stuff that you guys saw us wear today will be linked in the description down below at buckshunting.com. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you next week, and peace.